Hiya, we're in the park again. We've got something a bit different. We've got a Skydio 2. We waited about, I don't know, since the last ice age for this to be delivered. You were basically in a queue for ages and ages and ages. But anyway, it's finally arrived, and I think just in time for it to suddenly become available within 45 days. So you probably fare better than us. We were going to use its controller, but what we didn't realise was it's only designed for certain kinds of phones, ones with very flat edges or very thin. Our phone is very sort of, well, smooth, but a lot of phones are, so I think you need to bear that in mind with the controller. But this doesn't need a controller. It's an autonomous drone, and we're going to take it for walkies. Yeah, so we've got the Skydio 2 and we're basically in the park and we're going to try and take it for a walk. As you can see, it's a non-foldable drone, so it's not like a Mavic Pro or a Mavic Air or a Fimi or a Mini 2. It's basically an autonomous. It's got cameras everywhere and it can kind of look in real time at obstacles, so walls, trees, branches, anything, people. So basically it's magnetic battery, so it kind of just snaps on, so let's hope it doesn't fall out mid-flight. But let's see if we can get this up. So just gonna basically get my phone back out. So yeah, as you can see, our phone is very it's very sort of you know, smooth edges, and that really struggles. So we need to turn on the drone. You turn on the drone by pressing on the battery, holding. Should turn itself on. I think that's right. Hang on, maybe you got to press and hold. I think you press and hold. Yeah, you press the battery to see what the battery life's like. So it should now sort of connect itself back up. I should be able to wait. I've got to basically wait for it because we connect to its Wi-Fi. So now it's automatically connecting within the app, and we should basically see how we get on. Hopefully it'll connect up. Yes, it's saying it's available. I was going to check my settings. I want it in 4K 60 HEVC, I think, with HDR on, all auto white balance. Yep, right, so it's ready to fly, so we can begin the flight. So starting its autonomy engine. Basically it's got like an NVIDIA chip in it, and it's got cameras all around and it's looking at everything, and so that's how it kind of obstacle avoids. It's not, I don't think it's traditional obstacle avoidance sensors. So here we go on the app. I'm going to hold to launch. Hang on, if I can get the finger right. Here we go. Sort of quite quietish drone. Right, so it's going up. Basically what you got to do, you can move it up and down using your finger on the phone. It's a bit like using any kind of app. You can turn it round. Right, so hang on, so what I want to do, I want to turn it round somehow. Hang on, here we go. Yeah, so here you go, there's buttons on the screen to be able to enable you to turn it round, and then you can basically select a target. So I'm going to select me, and now it's tracking me. So basically, I should be able to walk around and it should follow me. Yeah, so it should follow me around. It should know that I'm a person, and it should just follow me. Now, you shouldn't have to worry about it hitting anything. Maybe the thinnest branches I've seen in videos it hit, and you can send it. So at the moment it's meant to be behind me. You can send it to the left of you. So it'll go round to the left-hand side of you. And you can set, well, it should do, maybe you can send it front facing. It is front facing, so that's weird. Send it to the back. I don't know, you can set the height as well, so send it up, and then I can drop the camera down, I think. Hang on, have I got it right? Yeah, hang on, where's the gimbal control on this? I thought I had this right. Oh yeah, that puts the range, that makes the range bigger for you. Does it do a left? Yeah, it does do a sort of like side-on view as well, so that's pretty good. Right, so basically it's tracking me now. I want it to go, it should be in front of me. So if I do this, it should always try and stay in front of me. So if I walk over here, it should stay in front of me. I could bring the height down as well. But yeah, basically it shouldn't be able to walk into anything. So I can just keep walking. I can say, go to the left of me, and it will swing round to the left of me. I can say, go to the right of me, and it will swing round to the right of me and avoid the fence and the trees. Whoa, it's hanging around, it's swinging around like a bit of a crazed maniac up there. It's a scary sort of feeling, but basically, yeah. So, right, what will it do now? So it now knows I've turned round surely, and it will try and go to the right of me. Yeah, it should do. The whole idea of this drone is to have confidence that it won't hit anything. And so far it hasn't. So, but it does sort of fly around and kind of spin around in the air. So that's pretty cool. It should have the usual features like droney and all that kind of stuff. So we can go into like different features, and you can say like, hang on, one shot. So that's what you do, and you set it to droney mode. So we can basically do a droney. Right, here we go. And see what it does. Yeah, so it's moving away from me just like any old droney on other drones would work, and it's working, it's moving away, so that's completely fine. So it is sort of like a normal drone along with an autonomous style of drone, and of course you can use the controller to turn it into a normal drone, but I thought it'd be more fun to kind of show you it in its autonomous state. Right, so we went into, you know, so you got other features as well, like vortex. So, and they're actually quite easy to get to. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty cool. It's very easy to get to this. Right, here we go. It'll do like a kind of spiral. Hey, there you go. Yeah, so it'll do a spiral, and it'll go up away from me and spin round. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's better to have it in landscape mode or portrait mode. Every video I've seen has had it in portrait mode, but I'm thinking landscape mode is more natural. And it was just spinning around. It hasn't hit a tree yet, so that's probably a good thing. So there we go. Right, so we've got 73% battery. I wonder if we can take it for a walk around the park. I expect we can we? What I'll do is I'll grab its base, because I don't think, whoa, let me know. It was going to fly right at me then. Right, so if I give Rachel its landing pad, now you can get it to land back on its landing pad, return to home exactly the same way. Whoa, that seemed a bit crazy, almost flew right up into a tree then. But it didn't. So, right, what we want to do now is we want to come out of that. Yeah, we want to be back in motion track, which I think it's done. It's still following me. I want to bring its height down a bit. Bring it down so it's closer to me. Right, and now I want to kind of go out of the park, not out of the park, out of the sort of basketball court area, and I want to see if it has the ability. It's very unnerving, this drone. You know, I watch videos and I know it knows pretty much what it's doing, so I kind of have confidence, but it's truly one of those sort of drones that you set and forget. You know, that's the idea of it. It will now have me in shot. Oh, I can bring down the range, so I can bring it in closer to me. So come on, bring it in. Let's bring you in closer to me. Is that how we bring you in? And I want to bring it in closer to me, really. Does that make it bigger or smaller? Yeah, I want to kind of make it, I want to get it closer to me, really. Hang on, forward. Maybe forward, send it round. Right, so it's set on the forward of me. What happens if I make the range smaller? Yeah, that brings it closer, right? So basically this is like a cameraman's camera. You know, a cameraman's drone. You can basically kind of you know, go, yeah, I'm doing a documentary, it's really good. Obviously not as quiet as some documentaries, because a lot of documentaries you wouldn't have a drone buzzing around in the background, certainly not on David Attenborough ones that I've seen. But this is pretty, you know, this is sort of like, you know, I'm guessing the BBC don't use, well, here we go, we've got a tree behind it now, so this is going to be interesting. It's got round it. It's got round. You know, you remember, I'm not doing any controls. I'm not doing any controls whatsoever. This drone is basically finding its way around stuff. I've got no controller, as you can see. I just got the phone, and it is doing it. Right, I want it to go to the right of me now. There we go. Go to the right. There we go. Look at that. So it just follows on to the right of you. Come on, Skydio. Come with me for a walk. You know, basically it can replace your normal drone. It can replace the kids that you take to the park, and also your dog. So it's quite a good little friend, although a lot of those don't need batteries. So, you know, a dog, you just got to kind of feed it, and it will last for a lot longer, you know, during the day than this. Whereas this probably give you about, I don't know, 20 to 25 minutes. Maximum battery life. Of course, they always claim something like 30 minutes, but I don't think we've ever seen that happen, have we? So, right, let's get it to go forward again. Yeah, and it is doing it. It is doing it. You know, it is basically following me. You know, I could be talking about, like, you know, say you're making a documentary film, or you're making, you know, a video of your trip. You know, you're walking along the countryside. Skydio is a great drone for that. You know, you can film yourself cycling, you can drive down a dirt track and the thing will follow you, and basically it is following us. So, right, what I want to do now is gain some height, because there's some people about. So I want to put it up. Still going to get it following us, but I want it above. I want to get it quite high. Actually, it's not going up any higher, so I want it to go higher than that, really. But will it hit the tree? I don't think it'll hit it. I've got confidence in you, Skydio. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. And hopefully Rachel's filming everything behind and we can see that it's not hitting anything. Yeah, I might walk over here, Rach, just away from people. But yeah, basically it's following me, and as you can see, there's no problems. This drone will just track you. It'll follow you around the park. It'll follow you, you know, through thick and thin, through like bush. You know, basically it'll follow you through anywhere. Right, let's get it to go backwards, because maybe, oh, hang on. Well, you say through thick and thin, but it's crashed the app. Right, I'm connecting in. I did see that with other drone reviewers, actually. Has it connected back to it? Right, it's meant to be the back of me now. So it's meant to be following behind me. So hang on, I'm going to put the range up a bit. Yeah, so it just follows away from me a bit. Right, so hopefully now this is going to be interesting, because this is through some densely wooded sort of, you know, or maybe I'll bring the height down, shall I? I might bring the height down, so that we're not too close to dangerous stuff. But look, it should follow behind me, it should see the branches, and it should basically sort itself out. It's looking for a way through at the moment. It will do it eventually. Yeah, my screen keeps flipping around, unfortunately, but it should. Come on, Skydio, you can find your way through. You can find your way through. Yeah, it's not come through yet, has it? Oh, it has. Brilliant. So yeah, right. Come on, Skydio, come on. So it's following me. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I mean, something like a Mavic Air or a Mavic Pro, you wouldn't trust it. You wouldn't trust it to do this sort of stuff. It would not make it through here. It would not make it through that. It nearly hit that tree, but it didn't. You know, I'm hoping that you're seeing some of this stuff. Hopefully Rachel's getting a good shots of it in some ways. Right, okay, so it should be following me. I'll send it to the front again. So you can just say go to the front or what have you. You know, and remember, it's still got features like droney, it's still got features like, you know, waypoints and stuff, so it's still got a lot of the top features that other drones have got. So, and it's following me. Yeah, it keeps going back into portrait mode, but I'm trying my best to keep it in landscape. My hands are very, very cold. Right, I'm going to gain some height because there's people, so I want to try and avoid people if I can. So now it should go nicely over everyone, and it shouldn't be possible to hit anybody. So yep, we've gone past people quite safely. Alright, switch it to the back again. To the back. It's a very fast drone as well, you know, it can do something like 30 odd miles an hour. And when it goes to switch its positions, it's, you know, scarily fast. You're sort of thinking, oh, it's going to fly into that tree. And it doesn't. Now this is going to be interesting for it down here. We are going to go down by the river now. And let's see if it's going to make it down. I've got 34% battery, so I want to kind of get round. And I want it to like kind of make it round that way. Right, so will it come down below me? Yes, it is. Yes, it's following me. Right, it's doing it, it's doing it. So we should be able to take a detour across here to get out of the way of people. And it should follow me. Should follow me down around the corner. Yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it. Hasn't hit a tree still. Hasn't hit anybody. It keeps switching to portrait, but that's more my fault because I'm not paying attention. I should have locked it in orientation. But basically, as you can see, it's still following me, still behind me. Let's set it to go to the front again. Set it to go to the front. It'll try and find its way through. It does. You know, it does find its way through. It's oh, it nearly hit the branch, but it went down. It has omnidirectional sensors. And what that means is it can see all around itself. So it should be able to see up and around and to the side, to all around it. So you should have no problems with any kind of obstructions. It will figure itself out. Oh, those are quite thin branches. It's looking to see if it can get through. Can it get through? It can get through. Yeah, it's made it. Right, yeah, so basically it should solve all the problems for itself. It should know where to go. And it should try and get back to the front of me. But yeah, we're going to run out of battery soon, so let's hope that it does it all before we get out of this wooded area. But yeah, basically, set it to the back. It's one of those things you can kind of set and forget it. It just kind of works. And I think I'd be more worried if I was on something like a bike, then it would have to make fast decisions. But at the moment, it doesn't have to make massively fast decisions, so it's finding its way through, no problems. I mean, I should be able to take it down into like difficult areas, like down here, more branches, dog following us. But yeah, it's going pretty well. It's following us. No, I'm supposed to keep away from people. But yeah, basically it follows everything. It should follow us. Huh? What's that? Yeah, it just follows your phone. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think it's following my phone. Yeah, it should be following the phone. Sorry, I was just explaining to someone who was kind of perplexed by the drone. Yeah, it just follows your phone. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, what do you think of that? That's a good drone. That basically will follow you around. It'll go out for a walk with you just like your faithful family pet. And, you know, I think basically, you know, we probably better get it to land now because it's basically down to 18%. So, Rach, basically, I think that's it. I think we're going to basically land it. What do you reckon? Yeah, I think it's probably good. Right, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you now see what the power of Skydio is. And now let's see if we can figure out how to get it on the floor. So what I want to do is I want to kind of land it. So how do I do that? I thought I knew how to do it. Right, so I'm going to turn it off motion track. I just want to land. But I don't want to land it. Hang on. No, cancel. I want to bring it over Yeah, so you've got like controls. I want to bring it over and then I want to land. I think that's a good spot to land it now. Right, yeah, it's going to land on the ground. Brilliant, brilliant. So that's all good. Right, so it's saying calibrating. Anyway, we managed to walk around. We didn't hit anything. I've seen a lot of reviewers hit stuff, but they're usually on bikes and what have you. But you know, as long as the foliage isn't too thin and you know, you know, it's basically, it can avoid most stuff. So, you know, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope, you know, that helps you to make up your mind whether you were going to go for a Skydio or not. But as you can see, it's a really good drone. But thanks very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you again in the next one.